Many people believe that VRChat has a lazy staff team. Those same people then use that supposed laziness as a way to break the rules and violate the guidelines. While I myself have mixed feelings about the effort behind the staff team, one thing I can say for sure is that it seems that when they do eventually exert time and resources to bring down the ban hammer on people, it's almost always unjustified or has very vague implications on how the individual who is banned broke or violated any rules. And vice versa, meaning people who seemingly deserve to be banned often aren't. So take Ergbloff, for example. Sure, many people, they dislike him for his trolling content and think that, he's harassing people, but he's not.
You should take your, spend your time with a real man such as myself. Unlike this little guy right here.
You sound like a pussy. You sound like a
You
pussy.
sound like you have a
Actually, I have a
receding
full head of
hairline.
hair.
I do too.
I have a full head of
How old are
hair
you, buddy?
and a fast metabolism.
How old are you?
21.
Yeah, my hairline's stronger than
21, I
yours,
just
and I'm
said
older. Your hairline's gonna be gone by the time you're 25, buddy.
Oh my god, dude.
That's the most play you've got in your whole life, huh, buddy? Let's be honest.
What are you getting though? Because you are fucking.
And never once has he violated anything in the terms of service, the community guidelines, or the creator guidelines. And again, I have hyper analyzed all three of those subcategories, everything inside of it. And Ergbloff has never once violated or broke any of those rules. Not to mention, his first ever ban from VRChat, it wasn't a day, it wasn't a week, it wasn't temporary, it was permanent. So someone from the trust and safety team went out of their way to permanently ban a user who has never broken or violated any rules. And even if he did break or violate any rules, he would have been a first-time offender. So no matter what way you look at this, something's obviously wrong, something's backwards. Here's my question. Why is it that someone who publicly wears avatars like these, consisting of fetish equipment, bondage gear, and hypersexual characteristics, they wear these types of avatars around children in public, and they only get banned for a week, and sometimes not even banned at all. A week is being super generous. But someone who's never broke any rules or has ever been banned before, have his first ever ban not only be unjust, but permanent.
And wait, no, this is on January 5th. I can't wait to kiss my sister again. Oh my god. Alright. Malicious conduct.
The clear answer is obviously that VRChat's trust and safety team are incompetent at their jobs. However, their trust and safety team are not the only ones that can deliver bans. In fact, to my knowledge, VRChat's trust and safety aren't to blame for this at all. They are only allowed to interact with the ticket system and deliver bans via report tickets. The Ergbloff situation was different. There was no ticket made. This was someone from the higher chain of command, someone who can unjustly ban whoever they want and whenever they want, without any consequence or repercussions. And my proof of this is the fact that Ergbloff gets stream sniped by VRChat staff directly. They sit inside of his stream and wait for him to open VRChat so they can ban all and any of his accounts at any time. This was proven to be true when Ergbloff streamed somebody else on Discord playing VRChat, and that user ended up getting permabanned. He basically played VRChat staff for fools, and they ended up banning a completely innocent person. And the only way this would have been possible, by the way, is if they sit in his stream for hours and wait for him to open VRChat, and just hyper analyze everything he does.
Okay, here's what I need you to do, okay? I need you to go to FBT Heaven.
Oh shit. Oh god.
No way. They actually banned you.
Be right back, guys. Let me make an auto account.
They literally just banned him. That's not even me playing. Look at, I'm literally in a Discord call.
Now, this video isn't an exposed video or like a video diving into why or how this sort of thing happened. It's simply to say that I personally do not believe that VRChat's trust and safety team are incompetent at their jobs. As again, to my knowledge, they are not allowed to just go around VRChat banning whoever they want. I believe they are only allowed to interact with report tickets and ban accordingly based off of the information within those tickets. The real incompetent ones are the higher ups who literally like have the ability to walk around in game and click one button on their UI to ban someone off the platform, and yet they choose not to. So with this knowledge, we should stop like shunning their trust and safety team when I can say with like confidence every single ticket I have ever made to them about people using like overly sexual avatars in public around children, it's always resulted in a ban. Now, don't take my word for it. I have a server linked below that I created last year that has a sort of outdated, like in-depth ban guide, but below that guide is a channel called Ban Proof. Here you can see up to like 30 bans all documented accordingly. These are all bans I made happen by simply spending 5 minutes of my time to create a ticket. That is what this video is about. This is like it's an in-depth ban guide on how to properly utilize the ticket system and get like the actual vile and disgusting people off of the platform and away from children. Nobody should be wearing shit like this around 13-year-olds. If you are someone who does this, please seek help. Don't shift responsibility to the parents. Don't make excuses for yourself. VRChat is 13 plus. Kids will be in public instances whether they have bad parents or not, and whether you like it or not. It costs like absolutely nothing to be modest around little kids. This is not something I should have to explain to fully grown adults, but here we are. So as the title suggests, this is an in-depth ban guide, and I will be showing you everything. How to navigate the ticket system, what to type in tickets, the type of proof you'll need, the best tools to acquire this proof, and everything in between. So first things first, proof. You obviously just can't open a ticket, say, this person was violating the rules, and expect them to get banned. No, proof is a necessity when creating tickets. And the best way to obtain proof is through image, videos, clips, etc. Something that's irrefutable and obviously not just like hearsay. There are plenty of free clipping softwares and recording softwares out there. However, the most commonly used and best ones in my opinion are Metal.tv and Outplayed. I personally use Outplayed to clip things, and I know that if you have an NVIDIA graphics card, which most people do, I believe it also comes with a free recording and clipping software. Personally, I use OBS, and I record everything anytime I get on VRChat, because the camera is the witness that never lies. And also, people love to lie and take things out of context, so yes, I record literally everything at all times. So we're gonna jump over to my desktop and do a little guide on how to like set all that up and get it all working. I'm sure a lot of you already know how to do this stuff, so you can just skip to the timestamp here if you don't want to see this little segment. Anyways, let's jump over to my desktop. Hello, and welcome to my desktop. I'm sure this is a place you guys are very unfamiliar with. I never usually record anything to do with my computer. I'm always in VR. So like I said, I'm going to be showing you guys the best recording softwares and clipping softwares, things of that nature, the best way to acquire proof, right? So without further ado, let's get right into this, okay? So the first thing I want to show you guys is, if for those of you who have an NVIDIA graphics card, which most of you should have that, because it's the most popular one, then you have something called like NVIDIA Overlay or GeForce Experience Overlay, something like that. It's basically a built-in recording and clipping software, and I'm going to show you guys how to access it. Okay, so what you do is you come down here, you search GeForce Experience. Now if you don't have this, which you should because it's how you update your drivers, just go on Google, whatever browser you use, type in GeForce Experience. I'm going to link this below. All this stuff will be linked below, and then download this. Okay, and again, this is only if you have an NVIDIA graphics card, which is like, you know, like a GeForce RTX, you know, 4080, 4090, that type of stuff, right? We're not talking about like Radeon cards, just NVIDIA, okay? So once you download that, you're gonna come here, you're gonna open it, run it, all that, and you're gonna search GeForce Experience, open it up, and you'll go right up here to Settings, and then you'll scroll down to right here, in-game overlay. Okay, and again, this is their, make sure you check this. This is their built-in like free recording and clipping software. Now, yours will probably say Alt-Z, mine says press Alt-M to share your gameplay and just like, I had it changed. I like Alt-M better, but you can adjust that to your liking. So once you turn it on, you're free to close this. And then you'll just, whatever keybind it says, which it'll be Alt-Z if you've never used this, or if you've never changed it. So you'll press Alt-Z, and you'll see something like this, okay? Again, it's their built-in free clipping and recording software. Now, this is Instant Replay. Instant Replay is their clipping software, right? So you'll click on here, and you'll press Turn On. And as you can see, Alt-Shift plus F10 turns it on, and then Alt plus F10 clips things. Now, how long it clips things for and everything, you'll have to go to your settings and adjust that, right? You can change the quality of the clips, the length of the clips. Now look at this. This is why I don't use this. Okay, a 30-second clip runs almost 200 megabytes. Like, that's insane. Insane. You could change the bit rate, which affects obviously the size of the higher the bit rate, the higher quality. But yeah, this is just, you know, a lot of people use this. It's free. It's built-in. Nothing needs, like, you know, installing or anything. And then we have the recording. So, you know, you just Alt F9 just starts recording whatever you're doing, and then Alt F9 again stops the recording, and then you have screenshots, all that. Now, if you end up using this, make sure you go to your settings, go to audio. Make sure it's on the correct microphone, and make sure it's on create a single track. And then you'll go to recordings, and this is where you can choose where you want your clips to go. I would recommend creating a folder and pathing it to the folder, pathing your clips to the folder to organize it better. You'll come here, make sure this is on always on, and that's it. So again, this is just the free, simple to use, very easy, self-explanatory built-in clipping software for NVIDIA graphics cards. Now, what I personally use to clip things, which I don't clip things often, is called Outplayed. Now, I use this, but there's also another one that a lot of people use called Metal.tv. Both of these are extremely self-explanatory. I'm not going to get into how to set them up or how to use them because they're just super easy to use, super easy to understand. It's child's play. Anyone could do it. Okay. So, but what I will teach you guys how to set up is this OBS. Okay. This is what I use to record everything. In fact, this is what I'm using right now to record this. Right. This can be a little intimidating at, you know, new people who don't understand it. Again, I use OBS to record literally everything. I record as soon as I open VRChat. I hit record because, again, the camera is the witness that never lies. Okay, so Mac, Windows, Linux, most of you probably on Windows, so you'll click Windows, and then once you download it, I already have it, obviously, so you'll open it, and then it'll first ask you, like, do you want to optimize this for streaming or recording or both? You'll want to hit recording, because it'll optimize your settings best for recording, and then as soon as you get into it, the first thing you want to do, okay, open settings, go to output, and then go ahead and change recording format. It'll probably be set to MKV. Change it to MPEG4.MP4. This will make all your clips, all your recordings go into MP4 format and not MKV. MKV is like an experimental extension. Just change it to MP4 or .mov, but MP4 is compressive, nice, easy to use. And then go over here to video. You could change your resolution, your FPS. So yeah, like I said, very easy to understand. Just make sure you go to output and you change this to MP4. So once you do that, hit apply, hit OK. Now, you'll see scenes and sources and your audio and all this other crap, right? First things first, what you want to do, you want to right click here, press add source, so right click on scenes and click add, and then just name this whatever, right? So if it's VRChat related, just call it VRC. As you can see, I already have one there. I'll just call this VRC2 for reference, right? Now obviously you guys can't see that because, you know, but yeah, so let's pretend I'm on VRC2, right? Let's pretend desk T is VRC2. So once you're in VRC2, or VRC, whatever you name it, go to sources, and then right click, add game capture. You see all this stuff, you see display capture, just do game capture, because this is the least resource heavy, and then you'll name it something like VRChat. As you can see, I already have one named VRChat on my VRC section, so I'll just call it VRChat 2, right? Now on this part, open this, click capture specific window. This will only capture VRChat, right? So the next step now is to open VRChat, because as you can see when I click this, it just has OBS and like Brave or whatever. You need to have the window open. So that's how little resources it uses, because it only records VRChat, while things like NVIDIA Reflex or whatever records everything. Like if you have VRChat open, it'll also capture things in the background, like, you know, Discord, Spotify, all that stuff. Which is why I like this, because it specifically records VRChat and VRChat alone. So I'm gonna skip to when we're fully in a game, when we're fully loaded in, and I'll show you guys what to do next. So as you can see, I'm inside of VRChat, right? And what you're seeing right now is that it's recording you can see my taskbar down here, right? So you see, you know, Brave is open, Discord's open, all that stuff is open, and OBS is picking up on all that. We don't like that because that's like super resource heavy. It's super unnecessary. We just want the optimal recording for just VRChat, right? So once you have you're in your VRChat scene or whatever, and you made it, remember, game capture, right? Game capture. Click here, change this to capture specific window, and then you'll pick VRChat. Right? So now as you can see, no more taskbar. You can't even see OBS anymore. It's only recording VRChat. It's only, like, the only thing that's being picked up, that's being recorded, the audio is being picked up on is VRChat. So this is what we want, the best optimal thing for VRChat, or whatever game you're playing, whatever you're recording for, but for this case, it's VRChat, right? And that is how, so I'm going to switch it back to desktop here so you guys can see. All this will be linked in the description. You guys can go download this stuff and set everything up. Again, Outplayed, this is just very basic clipping shit. It's super easy to use, super easy to understand. You guys should have no issue setting this up. But if you do end up having problems setting some of this stuff up, just comment below. I don't know anything about Metal. I only know Outplayed. So if you have trouble with Outplayed, leave a comment. Or if you have trouble with OBS, leave a comment. I'll do my best to help. I'll do my best to walk you through everything. Okay? So yeah, these are the best tools to record with and take screenshots and clips and everything when playing VRChat and, you know, wanting to open a ticket against somebody. Okay? So let's hop back into VR and let's move on to the next step. So after you got your recordings all set up and you know how to properly clip and record things to get your proof, we are ready to move on to the next step. Acquiring proof. So now we need an example of some sort. So I'm going to hop into a public instance, find someone with an overly sexual avatar, which won't take long, by the way, unfortunately. And we're going to talk to them, hopefully. Hopefully make them realize that they're what they're doing is like borderline grooming, you know, exposing kids to sexual stuff, and just wrong and disgusting in general. Maybe they'll change their ways, but I've been doing this shit for years, and they usually lash out and blame the parents for their own decisions to wear sexual things around children in a 13+ environment. So, without further ado, let's find someone. Okay, so we have chosen the Midnight Rooftop as our
What's it?
target place. All
Oh,
right.
you got cheesy fingers.
So as you can see, we're in the handsome Shadow
me
Man
suck 'em
avatar.
up.
Oh.
Okay.
Already hearing some gross shit. But oh my god, what is that?
You should pick them up with your toes.
Some cuddling, some cringe, just shit.
But you'd like that one, yeah.
And then we just have, you
Yeah,
know,
like
e-girl
that.
funny fat chick
Oh my
laying down
God.
eating Cheetos and
I need a pee.
other
Go
girl.
bigger, Liam.
Yeah, so let's go look
Oh,
for
yeah,
like
look at that.
half naked avatars. All right. This is just the easiest thing in my experience to kind of locate. The types of people that wear avatars like those are pretty gross. This guy just sits here all day. So lame. Oh, there we go. Lagging already. Did I crash? Did I just crash? Someone world crashed. It's that ZX guy at spawn, I bet. 100%. Well, 1 second. We got 18 people in here, so take 2. We're in a different world, and hopefully I don't get crashed. No sexual avatars over here. We're gonna have to search a little bit harder. Let's go upstairs. Got some autism.
Hey, I'm a
Ew.
I can be.
One, dude. Hear me out.
Oh. Okay, so someone's just going around crashing midnight rooftops. So I literally can't do anything in that map. Okay, I wanted to show you guys something too before I talk to somebody. If we go to worlds and we look at what we're in adult vibes. Now clearly this is like an 18+ oriented group, says no one under 18. But these types of roles, for the record, this doesn't mean shit. Okay, you can have someone dedicated to fucking kicking people or whatever who are under 18. But these rules don't mean shit. Okay, you can still go in here and make tickets of people using sexual things to get them in, because this is a group public. Okay, so let's take another look at that. Group public. This is not a private event. This is anyone can join. And by the way, there's no like anyone here age checking or verifying anything. So those idiots that say, "Oh, we're in a group public," just ignore them. They're idiots. Look at this guy. Oh, okay, here we go. So, this guy has like these special characters in his name. Before we talk to him, first things first, always do this, okay? View on website, open that up. That'll stay on your browser. That won't go anywhere. Oh, hopefully it didn't block me. Okay, good. But, oh wait, that's scientific, I didn't even realize. But, yeah, always do that, because people might have special characters, and if you try to talk to them or confront them, they'll straight up block you. Also, it's good to copy and paste their name, because you have to do that anyways in a ticket. So always open profile, view on website, all the time. All the time, okay? Yo, Coda. Hello, you talk?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have a question. What's the appeal to, I guess, dressing like a prostitute in a 13+ environment? Like, what's the appeal to that?
Okay, well, I got a question for you then, real quick, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Kill it, Alvin.
Okay. So, who am I to impress on this game, for one? And for two, why do I need to, like, why did these children need to be fucking, like, I didn't know I was dressing around
is she
children, for one, just because I'm wearing this. And also, who is it for you to comment saying that I'm a prostitute just because...
Did I get kicked?
Huh?
Sorry, I'm lagging.
Who is it for you to comment on how I dress, though?
Okay.
How is it okay for you to comment on how I dress?
A couple of things.
Is
I'll
it
answer
because
all your
you're a
questions.
guy, it's okay for you to make a comment?
I'll answer all your questions.
Fuck.
Not at all. One, I never called you a prostitute. I said you just looked like one, like you dressed like one. Two, I can comment on how you dress because you do it publicly around other people. yes, when you do things publicly. And 3, I'm not saying you're trying to impress anyone, okay? I'm just saying VRChat's a 13 plus game. You're in an environment that allows children.
Okay.
So you should be like
Okay,
wary and
awesome.
mindful of that.
Where all these people come from?
Okay, guess what? I've been on this game for 3 whole fucking years, okay? I did not ask for your opinion. I do not fucking care what the fuck you think. I'm gonna dress how I wanna dress. I do not need to worry about fucking minors because I have most 90% people blocked that is considered minors. Thank you.
Well, what about the
I
other
do not
10%
associate
that
with
are
minors. I do
minors?
not talk to minors.
What about
so you
people that you
count-
can't tell are minors? Like with deep voices and stuff.
Kill it, restriction, I'm ready.
How about this?
Damn,
How about
that's
this?
their
Okay,
problem.
buddy. How about this? I do not get on this game anymore. This is the second time I have been on in 6 fucking months, right? Because I do not live in VRChat anymore, okay? So last time I checked, I do not fucking care about you and what the fuck you say, Brody, okay? So awesome, great talk. Here's the block button. Bye-bye.
Okay. So now what I do is I block them back.
Oh my gosh, keep yapping,
Well,
little girl. Keep yapping. Oh my gosh.
look,
Yap,
that's a
yap,
minor
yap.
right there. That's a little. Well, that was certainly something. But nonetheless, we now have the most crucial part of creating a ticket. Proof. We have our recording, our username, or her username, her profile, and all that fun stuff. Now, it's worth noting, obviously, you don't have to go about that in the same manner that I did. You don't have to confront them or even tell them why what they're doing is wrong. I just like to make people 100% like self-aware of what they're doing and how it's like disgusting and potentially exposing kids, so that when they act like that, like how that chick did, you all can see that these people don't actually care about what's right or wrong. They are only interested in their selfish sexual desires. These are the types of people who deserve to be brought down and put in their place. And now with this tutorial, all of you will have the power to follow my example and get vile people like her off of the platform. So without further ado, we are going to hop back over to my desktop and start on creating the report ticket to get this user banned. Hello, and welcome back to my desktop here. Now, again, I'm going to be showing you guys how to properly open a ticket, create a ticket, format everything correctly, ensure that the user gets banned. I'm going to show you how to navigate it properly, what to type in the tickets, all that fun stuff, right? So without further ado, let's just hop right into it, right? So you're going to want to, first things first, go to your browser, open it. And again, remember from earlier, we opened their profile. So it's still going to be here no matter what, right? And it's very, very important. As long as you have had this opened at some point, you can just go back into your history on your browser and it should still be there even if you closed it afterwards. Okay, so very, very simple. As you can see, another thing I noticed, this right here, this link, if at the bottom left, it's an OnlyFans link, or sorry, excuse me, it's a Fansly link, which is definitely against TOS. So this user will 100% be getting banned no matter what. Okay, not only do they use sexual avatars around children, but they promote porn in a public, like in a 13+ game. Okay, so first things first, remember always have the profile open here and ready to go, and then what we're going to type up here, VRChat ticket, enter, and you'll see this, submit a request. Okay, so we're going to click on that. Now what I would recommend doing is bookmarking this, right, on your browser. Just bookmark this page, the ticket thing, so, I'll just call it VRChat ticket. Now no matter what, it'll just be here, and it's ready to go at all times. So, when we're on this page, we're going to click this option here, moderation report / appeal. Okay? Now again, this part is very careful, so follow along, very important. So here you're going to want to type in your email address. It doesn't have to be your email address for VRChat. For the sake of this video, I'm just going to do example at gmail.com. Oops, can't spell. Right. Make sure, now this doesn't have to be your VRChat email, like I said. Just make sure it's an email that you have access to, that you can open and see. And then moderation category, very, very important. Click a user report. Right. Now your VRChat username, for the sake of it, I'm just going to put example. You could put, your VRChat username. and then VRChat username of offending users. This part is extremely important. This is why I said to open the profile. So see how this person has this little heart thing, this little special characters? Obviously this isn't just like a normal character on your keyboard. You know, so you, like I said, open the profile, always have it open. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy it, Control C, and then Control V. Now VRChat can access this no matter what. So the special characters are no problem. So then we're going to go down here to the subject. Again, very important, the subject line. This is going to be like what they first see on the ticket. So again, this person was using sexual avatars in public, and they also have porn in their bio. So we're going to type in NSFW in public instance, and then we're just going to do comma porn linked, or sorry, we're actually going to do fansly linked in bio. Now, if you guys didn't know, this is against the TOS. Like, creating porn for VRChat is a bannable offense. Especially, and I don't know why you would promote it in your profile, promoting porn around little kids. But so now we have our subject. Again, this is what VRChat will first see when they're rummaging through tickets. Okay, paragraph. Very important. I'm just going to show you guys what I type. This format is very clear, concise. It's not long. It's not exaggerated. It's not too short. It's just right. Yeah. So I usually start off with a greeting. I say hello, and then we're going to do this user is using NSFW avatars in a public instance around minors, right? And then period, and then they also have a Fansly account linked in their profile. And then just for assurance, as always, I will attach proof below, right? So that's pretty good. Now, something else that I do a lot is, you know, I come down here, I double space, and then I do user colon, and then we come over here, we copy their profile link. Now don't just paste it, okay? You'll see this here, insert edit link. This is called a hyperlink. Put it in there, bam. So now we have a link that's built into the ticket that VRChat can just click on for easy access. You know, this is just like a nitpick thing, but I bold that. And then I come down here and I do user ID. And then we go back here, and this here at the top of the URL, this is their user ID. This is public, anyone can access this. So I just copy it, throw it in there, and then of course, bold. And bam. This is our ticket, okay? Now this is where we will attach proof. So, we're gonna do just a little artwork here. Alright, so we're gonna screenshot their profile. I'm gonna open the snipping tool. And then I'm just going to draw an arrow to their little Fansly link here. And I'm just going to say Fansly. Not the best, but it gets the job done. Alright, so as you can see here, we have our video. We have our 2 screenshots. You don't really need to do that. You can literally just have a video. And then we're going to go back to the ticket. See here? Add or drop files. So you can click add there. This is just, you know, I'm going to do it like this. So we're going to attach the video first, put that in there, and you'll see it's going to do its thing. If the video is too long, it might not actually get submitted in there. It might say like video's too long or something, which if that's the case, you can just trim it down a little bit more. But this looks like it's going to make it in there. Yep. Okay, it's attached. Now we're going to have the image of her, attach that in there. And then the Fansly, right? Bam. So again, we have we have our email in there, user report, our VRChat username, their username, which has special characters. Again, you can find this, you know, just simply on their profile. A good subject of the ticket to explain basically what the ticket's about, and then we have the description of the ticket. And we have their user, a direct link to their profile, their user ID, and then of course all of the proof. Now this took a total of literally 5 minutes. You're not like wasting your time doing this. You're getting disgusting people off of the platform. And so yeah, now you're ready to hit submit. If all went well, you'll see up here in the top right, your request was successfully submitted. as you guys can see here, this is an automated response. It says your submission has been received. Here's what to expect next. Please note that we may not respond to all emails into the inbox. We use the information you send to open a case and investigate the issue. Okay, so that's why the information that we send is so important. So we have successfully created a report ticket against a user with the proper format, proper proof, everything was attached correctly. We made our ticket as clear and concise as possible. So you might be wondering, how do we know if they actually get banned? Well, it is a lot easier than you might think. Before we dive into that, it's important to note that VRChat has two types of bans: account bans and public bans. Account bans are, well, they're account bans. The user is banned from VRChat for an undisclosed amount of time, at least it's undisclosed to us, and they are unable to access the game unless they create an alt account to play, at which now they are ban evading. When account bans happen, something interesting takes place that makes it extremely easy to tell if it worked or not. When a user gets account banned, for whatever reason, their avatar resets to a gray robot, and their bio is like empty most of the time. This is a little inconsistent, but it's safe to say that they are banned nonetheless. Now, the second type of ban, public ban, is when users are banned from accessing public instances of any sort. They are basically locked to privates. Unfortunately, there is zero way to tell if this type of ban even happened because their profile becomes unaffected. However, if VRChat emails you back stating that they started an investigation, there's about a 99% chance that they took action against that user, given that you followed my format and examples to the T. Now keep in mind, they could take a minute to respond to your ticket. This can vary depending on what day it is, what time of day, etc. Just be patient. So as you see here, I submitted the ticket and VRChat responded with an automated message saying they got my ticket and they will respond accordingly based off of the information provided with that ticket. So with that being said, I'm going to have to sit and wait for a response from VRChat. Doing this for years, I'm fairly confident this user will have action taken against them. So I will jump cut to when VRChat responds. It could be 10 minutes, it could be tomorrow. But nonetheless, I will wait and show you guys what happens. Hello, we are back. It's been about 2 hours, and I just got an email back from VRChat, so let's go ahead and take a look at that. As you can see here, this was the original ticket was submitted at 4:28 p.m. and it was responded to at about 6:29 p.m. Okay. Now, this says, hello, thanks for reaching out. We have started an investigation based on the information you have provided. And then it says, please note that due to privacy reasons, we cannot discuss the result of the investigation. Again, this only really matters if it's a public ban. But, yeah, let's see the results. Let's see what happened. Okay? And what do you know? They got banned. Gray robot, I think they even, yeah, they got deranked. And nothing in the profile, no links anymore. Yeah, and I'll go ahead and refresh the page so you guys, don't think I did anything. Yeah, they are officially, they're banned. If you guys know who this is, feel free to reach out to them and send them this video. Let them know that what they're doing is disgusting. You shouldn't be promoting porn around children. You shouldn't be using sexual avatars around kids. I mean, you could just tell this person's a total degenerate. Like, Alcoholics Anonymous, FPT Heaven, Pink Whitney Enjoyer, Sinners, Succubus Cafe, the Goon Squad. This person's whole personality is just deranged and overly sexual and just sexually depraved. So people like this do not need to be around little kids. They do not need to be on VRChat in general. VRChat's not a fucking strip club, alright? So yeah, there you guys go. So that's proof that this works. Again, the ticket only took 5 minutes to make. And I hope with this newfound knowledge, you guys strive to make a difference in the community, or if you just want to get really gross people banned and away from kids. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Yeah, that's pretty much all. So, goodbye.